What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, welcome to Run Back. Look who's back from the, I don't know how many miles of airplane flying you put in these last month and a half, but Boogie
Diamond member.
is back. You are a diamond. Like, you walk into the airport and they're like, welcome.
Absolutely, red carpet.
Love that for you. Lou Will also here. Chandler, womp womp. He's feeling a little bit under the weather.
Get better, bro.
Tough day to miss because today's going to be a fun one, guys. We had a game last night. And honestly, without trying to be too hyperbolic about this entire thing, probably the greatest game in the history of life. Guys, I could read off a bunch of stats. I could tell you De'Aaron Fox wasn't there. I could tell you Wemby had 41, 24, and 3 blocks. Dylan Harper, who had to start, 24, 11, 7 steals, and 6 assists. Or I could let you start telling me what you saw because there's a lot going on, Boogie. By the way, Steph Castle describing Wemby, best player in the effing world. I got no disagreement there, do you?
I can't disagree. It's a lot of truth to that, especially with the performance last night. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where to really start with this. This guy put on a historic performance. He showed he's the most dominant player on the floor. He showed that he wanted it the most last night, especially more than the other bigs on the opposite side.
He tried.
Nah, and that's really where my issue is tonight. Like, despite the incredible performance by Wemby, I put this on Chet.
Really?
Absolutely. I think you have to step up and accept that challenge. That's his matchup. You know, there's no reason to be having your 6'3", 6'4" guards every possession guard him at the free throw line extended. You have to step up and accept that challenge. I think that's what changes the series for OKC moving forward. If not, this could get really ugly if that's the game plan every night as far as, you know, how we want to guard Wemby. Wemby is the focal point of their offense. Wemby is the X factor. He's the game changer. So you have to accept that challenge to be the game changer defensively. And the reason I'm saying that, because he does have the ability to do so. I didn't like what I saw. I felt like Chet absolutely.
Is he scared?
He tucked his tail.
Okay.
He tucked his tail.
We'll say it then.
Like I said, he's way too good for that. But I put this on him. I mean, I believe they still had a chance to win despite the numbers. But defensively, the way he, you know, continued to kind of avoid that matchup, this is on Chet for me.
Chet got to find a way to get involved in this game, one way or another, whether it's going to be on the offensive end or the defensive end. He has to be some type of presence, and you got to read the room. You know, this conversation started as a rivalry. So when a man comes into your building as highly motivated as he is, and you got the MVP on your side, you got to do your part. That's part of the conversation. That's a big part of the conversation. So Boogie's right there. Other than that, I thought as great as Wemby is a player and as much credit as we give him last night was a coming out party. That's what makes the playoffs so special because you know you're on the world stage. Everybody's watching this. This is the matchup we wanted to see, and he didn't disappoint us not one bit. He was dominant on both ends of the floor. Every single time that OKC made a run, it was when he was off the floor. They shot 58% when he was off the floor, under 40% when he was 58% when he was off the floor, under 40 when he was on the floor. Jeez. I'm saying it backwards, whatever.
I got you.
But
we got you.
Just his presence alone, it just makes it easier for everybody around him to be able to do their part and play with confidence. Look at the night that Harper had as a young 20-year-old in this series.
It's incredible.
Tremendous start. Huge shoes to fill when you see a De'Aaron Fox go out of the lineup and you ask the young fella to step in instead of being a scoring threat off the bench. He steps in and do it as a starter and do his part. Castle had a solid night. That's where they're going to need that point guard, that presence. 11 turnovers to go with 11 assists. At the same time, they kind of cancel each other out. But you want him to be more careful with the basketball. That's what Fox does for this team. But again, when you have a Wemby to patch up whatever mistakes that you make, that always gives you an opportunity to win a basketball game. And that's what you saw last night, man.
So remember yesterday, Lou, and I was like, that man is going to sit there and watch this other man collect some hardware that he rightfully thinks he deserves, and it's going to be a thing.
He was motivated.
And I said Spurs were going to win game one. Some say I'm a genius. I don't want to say that. But that being said,
they fought to win it. Like, let's be clear. Like, this wasn't it wasn't a whooping.
I mean, we had 2 overtimes. Like,
it wasn't a whooping. But what you said, Beto, you were right. And he confirmed it after the game. He said, yeah, I took it personally. And for somebody that finished 4th in voting, you would feel like he was the runner-up. Exactly. How he went out and performed in this game. And so when you have somebody that takes so much pride in wanting to be the best player, that is a huge asset to have as your best player in the world, man, and on your team. And so all the flowers in the world for Wemby. I was able to see it last night in all 47 minutes that he did play. It was incredible to watch. And for me,
this is such an image.
Yeah,
such an image.
Superman.
He's like, I'm here. This is it. Look at this.
That's tough. They got to frame that.
You are our leader.
You the man. You him. He should frame that right there.
He must 100. Like everybody has a moment like where you feel like you've arrived. I feel like that's a moment for Wemby right there. Can I give you guys an interesting? Because I was thinking this last night, and Nick Wright wrote and shout out because I don't always agree with Nick Wright, but this was a good one. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon had to sit in the building and watch David Robinson collect the hardware for MVP, and his night that night for Olajuwon was a 41-16, 4-3-2 win. Last night, same exact thing. Wemby watches SGA win something he wanted, 41-24, 3-1-3. Like that is, I don't know. I don't believe in like, yes, I do. Who am I kidding? I'm superstitious and weird, and I believe in all that fun stuff. That to me is crazy. Never give the MVP award to the person if the other one thought he should have had it. We call it Mamba mentality. At some point, I don't know if that'll be called something else, but Boogie, it feels like this guy, this gentleman at such a young age, really is showing something that not everybody has.
Oh, he's special for a reason, and you know, he's still young in his career, but I think this kid has arrived now. I think we're getting past the point of potential. Like, we're actually seeing what this kid is going to be right now in this moment of his career, and that's scary because he still has a lot of growing to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's the perfect example of a young player coming in right now. The mentality. He cares about winning. It's not about the numbers. He cares about defense. Like everything you want in a young franchise player, he's the perfect example of that. So, I mean, he's that guy for a reason. I mean, the numbers show it, the performance shows it, the presence shows it, the impact shows it. He's the real deal.
He reminds me of a video game when you sort of like, you collect powers or weapons as you go, and he feels like he's doing that at a quicker rate than some. Like he takes direction well. If he does something wrong one time, he's like, okay, I fixed it, and that's to me, if I'm not a Spurs fan, probably the scariest part of Wemby.
He just knows how to play basketball. He knows how to impact the game on both ends of the floor. And to me last night, it was just a heavyweight bout. We could talk about numbers and stats and percentages and all of that, but for me, the San Antonio Spurs and the OKC Thunder, both teams were just lost in the game and just trying to make plays. Positive, negative. Like, if you look at the stat sheet, you can make a case, close your eyes, everybody played bad. If you want to look at the numbers, everybody played bad, but that's what type of game this was last night. Except Wemby. Except Wemby. Like, everybody just tried to make play after play. It didn't matter whether you made a mistake or whether it was a turnover. You didn't have the time to worry about those type of things in this type of game. Every possession mattered, and Wemby was the head of the snake for both teams. Look at what he did. Look at the impact that he made on the paint. SGA literally couldn't get in the paint for almost 3 quarters.
God, he was frustrated.
Of this game. He was frustrated. Yeah. He had to adjust. He had to make plays for other guys. I like the fact that they brought Caruso in this game early because they realized this isn't a series that Hartenstein is probably going to have the impact that he usually has, right? So let's put
that change up down the line?
Caruso was
that's gonna be something to look at. But even Caruso, the success that he had last night, people don't realize Wemby was guarding him in that deep drop. He's driving the ball, kicking it to Caruso, brush screening Wemby so he can't go out there and get block shots or contest it. And Caruso had some success with that. Like, everybody was just making adjustment after adjustment, and it all centered around Wemby and where he was on the floor.
An elite chess match.
Elite chess match.
I mean, it was beyond entertaining. I just want to show the pull-up three. It was some are literally describing it. This is not me, and I'm not being sarcastic.
I thought this was a bad shot. I thought it was a bad shot.
What did you think? Like, as soon as he let go, were you like, that was dumb, or what did you think?
I said, ooh. I thought it was game for OKC because, you know, like, look at this.
I thought that was a horrible shot.
Yeah, in a moment, we thought it was a horrible shot. Just understanding how the game goes, but
I can't.
Anything that we've learned to be conventional about this game, we got to erase it when it comes to Wemby.
That's like a gutsy play, man.
Gutsy play. But
I was holding my breath.
Play after play after play, both teams, they just adjusted to each other. and they made it happen. They gave us a double overtime thriller. I'm excited for more basketball. I want 6 more of these.
Game 1 is a double overtime.
This feels like the finals.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you that. I mean, no offense to the Eastern Conference,
Cleveland
you guys
Knicks,
have some
y'all up
pressure
next.
now.
Y'all got some explaining to do.
You better entertain us.
A standard has been set of the style of basketball that we would like to see with these Final Four teams and these matchups. Man, what a game.
I do think it's funny that there are a lot of folks who are like, this is the NBA final. And because also, and Lou, you said it yesterday, this is what we wanted from the beginning of the season.
Absolutely.
This was sort of the whole plan. This is crazy, by the way, because the lacking experience, and I'm not blaming anyone for this narrative, the fact that the Spurs don't have experience. Well, duh. They are the youngest starting lineup in conference finals history, the ripe old age of 22 in 346 days. I don't know. Normally, Boogie, I'd say, oh, this is going to be a real big problem. I've not seen them be rattled yet in any of this. They just seem to be very stoic and chill.
If it's a young team similar to the defending champs right now, it's this thing. I mean, it's almost like twins at birth. Like, when you look at these two teams and how they were formed and how, how their franchises kind of started with their groups, it's identical. I can remember when OKC's run started. They were the same way. It wasn't much experience going in, but these guys were never rattled. They showed the same type of poise that this young Spurs group shows. Like I said, it's pretty identical. But when it comes to this Spurs group, well coached, well scouted. I mean, they have a history of picking young players that know the game with high IQ. I mean, this is the Spurs history, so it's continuing to show.
Well, experience matters, but last night, again, the game was so entertaining that a lot of the mistakes were covered up because you didn't have the time to really relish on the fact that I made a mistake. Like,